Tell us about the commercial journey that you've kind of presided over at Mint Velvet so far.
Roller coaster. I mean, I think anyone who's been in retail for a long time will know that retail is always a roller coaster. You never really quite know what's going to be around the corner. I mean, there was some low-hanging fruit when I first got into the role at Mint Velvet in terms of online. So the business grew up as a bricks and mortar business and has gone into online. COVID obviously was brilliant for online businesses, and the web sales grew massively during COVID, as did most other fashion brands. But there was opportunity to refine some of the processes and to scale some of the processes. So, I mean, you'll know, but having been part of this, so search and social were to an extent underutilized. There was opportunity within CRM. In fact, there was opportunity across the whole of the tech stack. And I think that kind of 2021, 2022 coming out of COVID for Mint Velvet was a real opportunity to put into place a much more mature tech stack, or a tech stack that was appropriate for a more mature business. So we re-platformed in the February after I started to Shopify. We changed our CRM provider. We're now with Bloomreach. So there was a lot of just kind of growing up. And with that, it's like anything in fashion is about the product. So the product at Mint Velvet, when I first started, was brilliant and has remained brilliant ever since. And from a marketeer's perspective, either brand marketing or performance marketing or both, if you've got a great product, then life is easy. And at Mint Velvet, we have a great product and we have a really loyal customer and we have a lot of newness. So that the primary focus really is in kind of owned channels and making sure we're looking after and talking to our repeating customer and that she knows what we've got that's coming in terms of what's new. And then the secondary focus, which is, as you know, is to acquire new customers and to retain through paid channels.
And I just think also just on the UK, like I think most people would be very surprised just how big Mint Velvet is. Obviously we're not going to share how big it is, but it's huge. Like the number you told me earlier, it's really impressive how much scale you're doing, without there's no shop on Oxford Street, but you've got over 50 boutiques across the UK and a massive online business. Arguably, you're one of the most dominant female fashion retailers in the UK.
I mean, I think our customers love us, which is great. And we've got a lot of customers. I think there's also a lot of people that haven't heard of Mint Velvet, and there's customers who haven't bought from us. So there's much more to go after. And I was really delighted when Liz, our CEO, asked me if I'd be interested in running the international part of the business and looking at what the opportunities are for Mint Velvet outside of the UK. And to be honest, this is nothing new. So Mint Velvet's been shipping outside of the UK for years. It's been a relatively small part of the business, but it has been there. The capability's been there. But the challenge for me has been which markets to go after and how to grow that business.
Clearly your big success over the last kind of 18 months has been the US. It's been amazing to see just how much new revenue you've been able to drive into the business. Talk to us about what's been happening in the US and what you see in the future for the US and Mint Velvet.
It's exciting. So the US is a huge market. It's, dare I say, an easy market for UK retailers to go after. It depends on the product, but for a fashion brand, you don't have to have a massive amount of market share to be a very, very big brand and to sell a lot of product. Plus, they speak English and it's easy to get product into the country. The consumers have plenty of money. The macroeconomics are very, very good in the US. US customers are different to UK customers, so there's elements of localization that we've done on our website. There's a proposition element that we've had to think about carefully. We've had to get our unit economics, our basket economics optimized to the point where we're able to spend the right amount of money to acquire customers. And I think we've done all of that basic work now, and we're growing fast, but I think the opportunity is much, much bigger.